Swasti, Om Swasti, Om Swasti, Om Swasti, Om Swasti Naindro, Dashavaha, Swasti Naksha Vishwavena, Swasti Nastashya Varishani, Swasti no Brihaspati Dudati, Om Asyakarma Ritim Bhavantu Bhavantu, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyanastomam, Punyavavajamana Omantam, Suradeyopayatam, Yashodamam Madhushu Vantara Bhudansho, Ashvinakkamamapra, Om Swasti no Govinda, Swasti no Chidananda, Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnudadari, Swasti no Narayano Nalomai, Swasti no Padmanava Purushottamo Narayi, Swasti no Vishvaksena Vishveshvara, Swasti no Rishikesho Harinara, Swasti no Vainati Yogi, Swasti no Anjanasito Vanurvagavato, Laikesho, Shri Krishna Sacchidananda Sarveshwareshwaro Doratu, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What is your color? This is the color. Yes, you offer him. Responsible to chant the mantra. For that. Today, at this auspicious time, having honored you with Chandan and the Bala, I select you as a suitable husband to whom I shall give my daughter. If you accept and say, Om Ridosmi, I accept. You can give me this gift also. Let's give it a sign.
personally give
this bride
named
Lalita Kunda Dasi,
Lalita Kunda dasi,
equipped with cloth and ornaments,
equipped with cloth and ornaments,
healthy of age, fixed residence, to the groom named Urugaya Dasa.
Urugaya.
Today at this auspicious time, in front of Shalagram, cow, the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and the fire as witness. And now please pour water on the hands. Haribo! Haribo! Prabhu, you say Om Swasti. Let there be auspicious. I change the Om Narayanaya Vidmahi Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Kaloka Mohanaya Vidmahi Kamadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. We know him as the Lord of the Universe. We meditate on him as one who resides everywhere. The cultivating Lord Vishnu inspire us. Kanyayam Bhagavati Vishudeva Saka. Right? This Let's touch your heart. You're right. That then? Om Vaidam Prasmai Adat Kama Kamaya Kamudata Kama Padikarita Kama Samudrama Vishut Kamina Tapati Vikanami Kamai Taste. Who has given? God has given this heart to whom? God has given us the love. God has given us the Om Swasti. Okay, once more. Vaidam. Om Vaidam Kasmai Adat Kama Kamaya Kamudata Kampatikarita Kamasamudama Vishut Kamina Tapati Nami Kamai Tatte. Who has given? Who has given this heart unto whom love has given unto love. Love is to give and love is to receive. And love is in the ocean of love. I receive love for love this heart. Om Narayanaya Vidmahi Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. We know him as the Lord of the Trinity Narayan, and we meditate on him as the one who resides everywhere Vasudeva. The cultivating Lord Vishnu inspire us. Amen. Om Kaloka Mohanaya Vidmahi Kamadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. We know him as Karma Shachi Magato Yata Shatru Pasam Vayor Kaja Palakyo Yata Vaya Gautama Devaki Vasri Vayor Mandu Davidavani Yashudananda Yata Shido Padipanda Yoshita Ravali Pujo Damantina Kayushira Krishna Yata Anyo Kanyavani Sutasya Pranti Pandanam. As the Sri Lakshinarayana, Devati and Balarama, Sita and Rama, Durga and Shiva, Devati and Karama, Shakshi and Indra, Shatrupa and Manu, Renuka and Jamrati, Avalya and Gautama, Devaki and Vasudeva, Mandodari and Ravana, Yashoda and Nanda, Draupadi and the Pandavas, Taraval and Kuta, Damayanti and Nala, Shri Radha Krishna, may this beautiful light and honor. Avayata Mata Yashudiyanta Nabitota Danta Tashari Vijastasami Anta Ayushmatinam Paridattavasa. The plate. Om Paridattavasa Sainam Shatayashin Printadirga Mayu Pratam Shakiva Sharastu Vacha Vasuni Chari Vijasi Jivan. Is a blessing.
May the goddess who cut, wove and stretched the cloth and sewed up the hands clothed with long life. O woman blessed with long life, put on the cloth. Bestow to her cloth, give her long life 100 years. Noble woman, live 100 autumns, and while you live, bring spiritual wealth to your husband.
The next one is Sindhudanam. That is a vermilion. Yeah. Okay. Try to put here. Put it high. Yeah. Let's put in the middle. Yes. Make sure doesn't drip. Yeah. Make sure doesn't drip. Yeah.
No, I mean like just careful with my hand.
Om Sindhuriva Pradhani Suganasho Vata Pramya Patayanti Atva Yadasya Dharam Shona Vaji Kashta Bhinna Nonda Vitimva Manama. And you can put also the rings. No, the ring, but the ring. The ring maybe is going to be technical now.
This is my ring and the necklace.
You can put the necklace.
And this ring.
You can put the your ring, your ring you can put now. What you can put for it.
Yeah.
Govinda? Just pull it behind, yeah? Just once it's appropriate. Go and get to adjust it.
No, I don't like it.
It will work? It's good? Okay.
Haribo.
This thing for both?
No,
Yeah. So this is probably.
On my hand.
Yeah.
no.
Huh?
Of course I do that.
Haribo!
Haribo.
You take it for after the meal?
Yeah, this is not. How is this good?
That's all together, no?
It's for the girl.
Put this together as well. And from this point of the fire to Mataji. Om Somodada Gandharvaya Gandharvaya Venkasutam Sharadam Agni Mukhamato Imam. Someone have gave you. Some have gave you.
Soma gave you to Gandharva, Gandharva gave you to Agni. For the highest wealth and sons, Agni has given you to me.
Om Paramipatiyana Patam Shivarishta Patirokam Gamayam. This is to say it and Mataji is to repeat it.
Did you say the girl?
You have to repeat after. You say it first and Mataji has
I
to repeat
say
after.
the English and she repeats.
Yes, English. Yes.
Let the path my husband trained be prepared for me.
Let the path my husband trained to be prepared for me.
May I enter into his house in bliss and safety.
May I enter into his house in grace and safety.
Now, Prabhu, please sit down. Mataji stand behind and touch his touch Prabhu's right shoulder. Now, Prabhu will perform Ajyoma, means offer some offerings for Mataji's welfare and health. You can throw from the grains from there.
Just take a hand.
Just like this, this smooth. Yes. Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achyutaya Idam Namama. Om Sva Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namama. Om Bhurva Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama. Yeah, you can start. Yes. Om Vishnu Paramo Vaisavya Sose Pajamukti Pasha Dare Paramajito Namayada Yatyam Pramahya Maharna Voda Svaha Idam Vishnu Namah Om Ram Krishna Tayankara Bhakti Prajamasya Rashti Vinodu Ashunya Kruda Jivadamastu Mata
Oh, where is it? Speaker. Connected to the Bluetooth.
So now, Karma wants to say a few words about marriage. Until we set up these 7 steps. So until now, wedding is not done yet. After the 7 steps, then they will consider to be fully married. Not yet, so other 5 minutes. Yeah.
Just now.
Put it closer.
Yeah, one moment. I'm connect on my microphone, then it gets better.
Yeah.
So,
My mom.
yeah.
Turn off the fence.
Very good. This one. Yep. Should work. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnanandana Sadakaya Chakshurinitam Tasmai Shigurve. Is the sound good?
Yes.
Maybe we should mute.
Okay, very good.
How's this muted?
So, Lord Krishna
No, it's not.
in the Bhagavad Gita is telling us Chantu Varna Mayasi Sam Urugaya Vivagasan, that he has created this system of 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. And in this way, the Grihastha ashram is blessed by Krishna. And it is a path. It is a path of shelter. The material world is very dangerous. We see a description of the Ganga and how Ganga Devi is descending into this material world. And we see that Ganga is like all the demigods and demigoddesses riding on an animal, and that animal is a crocodile. And why is Ganga riding on a crocodile? Because the crocodile represents the material energy. So the material energy is very dangerous. Crocodiles are dangerous. You never know when they bite. So the material energy in this way is we are always at danger. Now it is said the greatest danger is described in the Bhagavad Gita as Swalpam Apiyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bayat. That devotional service can deliver us from the most dangerous type of fear. And then Srila Prabhupada explains that the most dangerous type of fear, the Mahato Bayat, that the Mahato Bayat is the fear of remaining bound in material existence. So marriage is a blessed path through the material world. The Vivaha Sanskara is a path of Dharma. And in this way, a man and a woman unite in a marriage relationship. And in that marriage relationship, they are both committing themselves to a path of Dharma. That is not so easy because the senses are very strong, and therefore we can easily feel the pushings of the senses and pushing us off the path. But the interesting thing is that in the Grihastha ashram, the natural attraction that comes about between a man and woman works in our favor. Because when both are making a commitment to devotional service, then actually this marriage bond and this mutual attachment between husband and wife binds both to devotional service. And in this way, the Grihastha ashram is actually a wonderful ashram, because it is the ashram that can transform material attachment into spiritual life. Of course, when a man and woman are married, then naturally having children is also part of Krishna's arrangement. And so we bless you that you may have many children. What can be done? It's just one of those. And there are also many blessings. One of them is that, of course, in children, it is amazing how much love is involved and how much sacrifice one can make for one's children. And this is the Grihastha ashram. In the center of the Grihastha ashram is love. Also in the mantras, in the marriage mantras that is mentioned, it is centering around love. It's a loving relationship. It is based on loving care and putting that care for others beyond and before ourselves. That we, instead of putting our own desires in the front, we become the well-wisher of our family and start to look after them and start to somehow or other always be busy in making arrangements for their good care. And in the process of that, we become lifted up above our own self-centered desires that arise from sense gratification or from trying to enjoy the material energy. Yayedam daryate jagat. So in this way, and it is love that is the center of the family. But we direct that love towards Krishna by keeping Krishna always in the center. So whatever we eat in the house, we offer to Krishna. There's an altar. There are so many. There, in the house, there are many things that remind us of Krishna. Just like behind you, there are Radha and Krishna and gopis, and there's a beautiful arrangement on the wall of just to remind us of Krishna. And so the house becomes also a place of liberation, a place that nourishes our spiritual life. And that is very wonderful. Sannyas in a way, and brahmacharya life in a way, is in some ways going against the nature of this world. It's going against the current of the river. But in the Grihastha ashram, we go along with the current. And yet, while we are going along with the current we are remaining with Krishna. And so, today, on this day, when there's a lot of auspicious smoke that is very purifying, on this day, with all this purifying smoke, we become we become blessed when we make commitment. The couple has assembled to make commitment to a path of dharma, to a path of devotional service. Commitment then to renew their spiritual life. A marriage is a time of renewal of our initiation vows, renewal of everything becomes strengthened. Again, a renewal towards strong chanting of the holy name, a renewal of of dedicating our life to pure devotional service. But now together, and now by supporting each other. The marriage is interesting because at one point, the wife is sitting on the right side of the husband, that is in the beginning. But as the marriage ceremony is completed, the wife moves to the left side of the husband. And why is it so? Because there she is closer to his heart. Yeah? So there so she'll move close to his heart. So that is a symbolic arrangement in this ceremony, that the marriage now creates a deeper bond, where you are becoming one half of one unit together. And somehow or other, the focus is Krishna consciousness. In that sense, nothing has changed. From the day that somehow or other Krishna came into our life, he was the focus. Whenever that might have been, however old we might have been, from the day that we became aware of Krishna, from that day, Krishna became our priority. So Krishna will remain the priority. And when one is weak, the other will be strong. That is the nature of that relationship. Each bring in strength into the relationship by bringing in Krishna. One may be good in rising early in the morning. One may be good in reading scripture. Another may be good in just being in just remaining with Krishna in everyday life. So each will bring their strength into the relationship. And so today, I hope all this is recorded. I don't know how to do these things, but today is an opportunity for us to somehow or other fix ourselves at the feet of Krishna, and now in this new ashram. And yes, that is a change. That is a change. Who was coming in? Which Maharaj? I couldn't see. Bhakti? Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Maharaj. So, Maharaj, maybe some of the other Vaishnavas should also say a few words. Agnidev Prabhu and Maharaj can maybe share some blessings. Anyhow, so it is wonderful, and that is the second part of this ceremony, is that while the couple is making their commitment to devotional service and recommitting to the principles of Dharma and taking shelter of what Krishna has designed. Krishna has designed a way for us out of the material world, and Chaturvarna Maya Sristam is his solution. So we have to have faith in Krishna that it's possible, because by faith in Krishna, we will get the strength to do it. Now, additionally, we need the blessings of the Vaishnavas, and especially the Vaishnavas who are deep in their faith. Like, you are very fortunate, Agnidev Prabhu is there, Bhaktivinoda Sringa Maharaj is there. That means there are Vaishnavas who have deep faith, and their blessings, and all the blessings of all the Vaishnavas with you. There are Vaishnavas who are present with you in the room. There are Vaishnavas who are present online, and all of us are bringing you blessings. All of us. I'm only here to bring you blessings and love, right? And to let you know that all my well wishes are with you throughout this whole situation of your journey back to Godhead, and let us somehow or other stay close, so that we can make it a success. I would like to sort of bring my words to a conclusion, because I feel that I would like to hear also from the other two exalted Vaishnavas who are in your midst, and because their blessings will be of great value. Krishna will surely pay attention to their well-wishers, because we always see that behind each Vaishnava there is Krishna. And because the Vaishnava, by his devotional service, has purchased Krishna, and therefore the blessings of a Vaishnava attract also the blessings of Krishna. And this is what will carry us through at times of struggle, which are inevitable in the material world. Prakriti stani karsati. The living being will struggle with the material energy, but by the blessings of the spiritual master and the spiritual masters, the parampara, by the blessings of the Vaishnavas, by the blessings of the scripture, and by the blessings of the holy name, and by the blessings of the holy Dham, and so many blessings, by the blessings of this sacred smoke that is now purifying the whole room. By all these blessings, may your vows be successful. May the vows of initiation be successful, and may the vows of marriage be successful. And all my best wishes to both of you. I am very much with you in all of this. Hare Krishna. If there's a microphone, then maybe. If there's a microphone, then maybe Dev Prabhu and Maharaj can also speak.
No microphone.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo. One thing I can say about the Grihastha ashram is that it is an ashram, no doubt. Ashram means the spiritual life is cultivated. So, the feature about the Grihastha ashram is that one can learn how to be a servant. The wife serves the husband serves the wife, and when there's children, you definitely realize you're a servant. Any grihastha with children will tell you that, because children have so many demands, and you're there to serve them. Also, you serve them in trying to make them Krishna conscious, but nevertheless, your life is a life of service, and you'll realize more you are a servant in the Grihastha ashram. The opportunity of every day, you should offer respects. When you wake in the morning to one another, the actual obeisances is being offered to Krishna. Because Krishna says, offer your obeisances unto me. So when you offer obeisances to one another, it's not to the bodies of one another, but your obeisances is going to Krishna. And so there's another opportunity. From the time you wake in the morning, the first thing you offer obeisances. In this way you utilize the Grihastha ashram for making spiritual progress. Haribo.
Hari.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-salakaya Chakshurumritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First, I'd like to thank His Holiness Karamakarna Maharaj, whom I did not know that he was online. It was a surprise, and Agnidev Prabhu for his wisdom regarding to the Grihastha ashram, which I've never had before. It was very, very nice the way he explained it, because he has been through it, so he has experience. It's a kind of a situation for growth. It's one of the samskaras that an individual has to go through. Like childbirth, there are some ceremonies when someone is born. Some ceremonies are done when one goes to school. And then upon finishing the Gurukula also, there are some celebrations of that period. Then one gets married, or Vivaha Samskara also is another purifying period in one's life. In that, as Agnidev Prabhu was explaining, how you become a servant. It fosters that mode of service, because you have to serve and serve and serve and serve. So in one wedding, after one wedding, long ago, when ISKCON was new, now there are so many weddings. When I joined, weddings were very rare. Now you can have them everywhere. So some couple went to Prabhupada after the wedding and said, what should be our duty? And Prabhupada said, after cooking, you go out and call out louder, is anyone hungry yet? I've just finished offering food to Krishna. So this couple thought they needed some instruction how to live as Grihastha. And then they thought Prabhupada did not understand the intention behind the question. And they went to Prabhupada again next day. Prabhupada said the same thing. He said, no, after cooking, no, before you serve out, you just go out and find out was there anyone hungry in your neighborhood. But actually this comes from the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are 5 sacrifices for Grihasthas. One of them is that you have to give food to people who are hungry. Also you give grains to the sages that come by begging. And then you do yagya. That's not for ISKCON. Grihastha, it's just like Bhagavatam deals with like Vedic Grihastha ashram. They do yagya to appease the demigods, and also they do yagya that benefits the ancestors. Yes. And another yagya is that they have to hear Krishna Katha from saints. So these are 5 yagyas in Grihastha according to 11th canto.
So in that way, when Prabhupada was saying that you should go out and find out if there was anyone hungry, this is one of those things, because it is said that when you do that, it's very purifying. It brings you to this mode of being a servant or wanting to serve others. So the Grihastha ashram gives that platform of practicing serving and serving and serving. Yes. So I was happy when Prabhu was explaining how Grihastha ashram offered that opportunity to serve. Why? Because it is said that when a Grihastha serves in this way, he is not serving the body, as Agnidev Prabhu was saying. That when the couple offer obeisances to each other, they are not just offering to the body, but the super soul. So also the scripture says that when the Grihastha engages in serving different personalities, they are serving the super soul. They are seeing Krishna as a super soul in these different individuals and personalities that they render service to. So another way is an ashram that instills this constitutional position of being a servant. It's very much practiced there. And if you succeed, and then the way back home, back to God, that becomes easy. That's why it's called Grihastha ashram. It's a shelter, spiritual shelter. Sorry, it's a spiritual shelter where one can practice serving in the community of devotees, serving the Guru, the mission of the Guru, very, very nicely. So that way, the Grihastha ashram offers that training of how to serve devotees, how to serve community, how to serve Krishna eventually, because by serving devotees, by serving children, one actually gets to learn how to serve Krishna. Because even when the tough gets going, he will always think, I'm doing this for Krishna. It's my devotional service. And that in that way, this service becomes beautiful, because Krishna is the center in every aspect of the ashram. So that's how the Acharyas explains the Grihastha ashram. That is the main ashram for all services. We see that also in the Grihasthas. They are the ones that sustain society. They are the ones that run the temples, maintain temples. They are the ones that run the community projects. So without Grihastha ashram, you cannot have a community. You cannot have a society. Practically, you cannot even have a country. Yes. So because it's the Grihasthas that join together and run so many projects for the benefit of mankind. Thank you very much. I don't have any experience of that ashram, just try to say things from the scripture, but I've seen, because even though I'm a sannyasi, I'm a son to some Grihastha couple. So in that way, it's a Grihastha ashram that provides the society with different type of personalities. And so we appreciate these young devotees who have taken this responsibility, and we wish them all the best as they try to go back home, back to Godhead, and we hope that Lord Nrsimhadev will protect them more and more. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
So, where's going to go? That means that knowledge that she shouldn't stop with the next food forward the right food. So she will stop with the right food into the step, yeah? And we step with the left, and we just following it always, okay? Understand?
the right one should go over.
Always front, and the next one will be just catching up. It doesn't move forward.
Yes.
Mavam pad dakshina padama krama. Don't let the left foot.
Don't let the left foot cross the other.
So we read the mantras and then probably the translations. These are different blessings. So these are 7 blessings for the Grihastha, which gives us 7 sacrifices. Okay, first one is Ekam Mishe Vishwasthvanetu. That's first. Second, Dve Urje Vishwasthvanetu. Treni Vratai Vishwasthvanetu. Om Chatu Chatvari Maya Bhavai Vishwasthvanetu. Om Panchapashubhyo Vishwasthvanetu. Haribo. Om Shraddharya Sposhai Vishwasthvanetu. Haribo. Om Saptavyo Saptavyo Om Sapta Saptavyo Travi Vishwasthvanetu. Om Saka Saptavati Bhava Sakam Tegamiyam Sakam Tema Yosha Sakam Tema Yoshtiyaha. No, please. Om Saka Om Sumangaliyam Vadurivan Sameda Pashyata Sovagamat Asyayat Datvayata Sankuri Paritana. Loud, please tell
His wife is most faithful, come and behold her. We can't hear. This wife is most faithful, come and behold her. Having brought her good fortune, you may now depart.
After taking prasadam.
After taking prasadam.
Okay, please turn around. But you're going to get blessings. You have to turn around. Whichever, turn around. Just turn around. So from now on, they are married couple. Please come this way, begin that. Now, you have to change. There's a step on this mat, and you will probably come on front. And then, okay, my nose. Stay on it. Yes. Okay, and then you go on that mat. Okay. And now you face towards each other. Yes. No, standing up. Face towards each other. Everybody can sing.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama.
Your thumb up, your thumb up, Mataji, and you hold, grab it, hold it like it, good. And then turn the mantra. This is called a Panekaranam. This means Prabhu will take a promise that he will take Mataji back to Godhead. Om Grimnavit Vasa Bhogatvaya Astamaya Patyajurasti Yatasha Sarikasana Tanasaratumara Patyam Padugara Patyakasha Alpone Chakshapati Gnedi Shiva Pashidisumastu Vacha Virasu Jivasu Krishakama Siona Shamnu Bodhi Parisham Tishpare. Good fortune. Prajam Janayatu Vishnu Ajrasaya Samratu Krishna Adur Mangalipati Lokama Vishak Shamnu Bhavadi Parisham Chatushpare.
return into old age, into your husband's house with auspiciousness. Be good to us, O the man.
Om Imam Tvam Vishnu Mirbha Suputram Subhagam Kudi Dashasyam Putram Adihi Patimegadasham Guru.
Vishnu, impregnate her, make 5 strong sons, put 10 sons in her, make 11 men in the house.
Haribo Om Sarvenge Shastri Bhava Samaya Shastram Bhava Mandadri Samragi Bhava Samragi Aditi Vishu.
Be the ruler of your husband's father, be the ruler of your husband's mother, be the ruler of your husband's sisters, be the ruler of your husband's brothers.
Jesus Maharaj was saying about this shloka, about the love. Om Mama Vrati Tiridem Dadatu, Mama Chittam Chittam Te Astu, Mama Vachi Kamana Shasva Vishnu Ta Ninyaktu Makyam.
May your heart be fixed on my life's goals. May your mind follow after mine. May body and soul be devoted to my words. May Vishnu join us together.
Okay, now you can sit down, facing the fire.
I can like that?
Yes. This is happening when the couple they enter into the husband's house. Because usually wedding is done in the first house and then after in the husband's house. And when they go then entering when different blessings they get. Swaha, Om Mayurama Swaha, Om Mayurama Swaha, Om Bhu Swahayam Vishnuyam Nama, Om Bhuva Swahayam Chitayam Nama, Om Bhuva Swahayam Narayam Nama, Om Bhuva Swahayam Chitayam Nama.
May consistency reign in this house. May self-control reign in the house. May that your life may constantly reign in the house. May self-control prevail and may return to life for me. May I find pleasure.
and your family. Now you are Miss Vaishnava Homa, we're going to worship all the different devotees. Navayogendras, they are devotees from the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Dasha Mahabhagavatas like Narada Muni and the Bali Maharaj and like that. Then the different friends of Krishna, like Sudama, Shrirama, different gopis, like Lalita, Vishaka, Srimati Radharani. Then different queens of Dwaraka, and so many other devotees. Avatars also. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Swaha Gurave Namah Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Govrakvanahitaya Cha Jagadidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah Swaha Idam Krishnaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaya Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Purvasta Kayam Shikavu Vadudikshave Kasmakas Kaya Srishyamya Om Purvasta Kasmat Katyamara Ammatram Shromatrandasa Virachi Davi Devasu Om Purvasta Vavishwasagina Nagari Sena Satanvavas Yunane Om Shanti 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 Om Yavushanti
Jai.